Yes.
Okay. 300 feet. Genzorg has no problem engaging them at 300 feet, especially with the distance power put on his bow.
Okay. There's a rather wealthy-looking man with that's kind of a flamboyant hat. He's got a crossbow that looks like it's gilded with a bunch of like brass and gold engravings on a manticore. This is a far less beastly. Like its horns are trimmed.
It's got braids.
And it's got braids. Like it's been and it's a little bit weaker looking than some of the manticores that you fought. It is not of the same like ultra stock.
British accent. Oh, we're getting chased.
Help me.
All right, we'll fire a couple of arrows at him just to let him know that we're here. This is at 300 feet, which is the second range increment, so I think it's only at -2.
Okay.
Calculate that. All right. 20 plus 19. He's not undead?
He's not undead.
Okay. AC 30 and a nat 1.
AC 30 hits.
AC 28, would that have hit?
AC 28 would have hit.
Okay. He got hit by 1 arrow. For 21 damage.
Oh, he really doesn't like you.
1 arrow for 50 damage. What the?
All right, he takes.
So distance makes the range increment 220. So that's actually a -1. A -1 at the range that we're at.
Okay, he's going to.
That was my first attack. Am I getting a full round on him, or
he's getting his ready to.
Okay,
he's going to do a ready to shoot back at you.
Yep.
And then he's going to cowardly. Well, he's going to knock you out of the sky, or he's going to just give up. Okay. He is chunking his crossbow at you. His stab plus the magic on the bow plus I think it AC 24.
Is he evil?
He is not evil.
Okay. AC 32.
Okay. All right. This massive bolt goes whistling by your head. You see him. I surrender. I surrender. He's putting his hands up. You have the rest of your action.
From our previous battles with Manticore, do we know the range of their? Do you remember what the range of their tail attacks are?
It's further than you can see in the dark, but not much further because every once in a while they pop within sight when they're doing it.
Yep. It's like I'm guessing Marty's memory is guessing around 100 feet. But I don't know if Genzorg remembers better.
Genzorg knows it's further than that.
Okay. He's okay with the captain being unconscious. He's going to continue to fire. He will use blunt arrows on this second one, the second shot. So this is 19 minus 4 to do non-lethal damage. But let's see. We're going to move just 220 feet away.
Okay.
So we're in the first range increment, which means I can use my against his touch AC.
You are very close to tail whip range. Very close.
This is against touch AC.
Okay.
-5. AC 22 touch AC.
Yeah, that touches.
Okay, so he takes 18 non-lethal damage.
Okay, he is bloodied, effectively.
Okay, and then the last arrow we'll use as a ready to action to like go back down to your ship kind of thing. We'll use the last arrow as a ready to action, even though it's an iterative attack. But
Okay. All right. Give me a intimidate check, I suppose.
okay, Genzorig.
You could also you could choose to do a diplomacy if you wanted, but it's really an intimidate, is what it is.
They're both at -1.
Nope.
3.
Okay. He nods and is wheeling around. Give me a sense motive.
Sense motive, huh? 19.
19. Okay, he's doing what you said.
Okay, that's right. You get down there. Hey.
This big sweepy. Manticore fly so slow without magic. They're like just a big clumsy kind of. It would take him forever to get to anything. By the way, this was a terrible plan on his part. He would end up lost at sea, unless he had some
alone
other
on some tiny like shoal of an island.
It's just him and his manticore, seeing who gets hungry first.
Genzog's got a big smile on his face. He thinks this is funny.
Okay.
Get down there before we shoot you from the sky. He yells.
Okay, give me one more sense motive.
Plus 13. Not 20, 33.
Okay, he's flying way too close and his crossbow's reloaded as he's passing you on the way back to his ship.
Oh, no. Would you like to roll initiative to see who goes first?
Sure.
Genzorg's got a plus 21 to his initiative.
Oh, that's going to be you need a 1, and then he needs a 20.
38.
That's not a 1. He gets a 19, which is pretty good initiative normally.
It is pretty good. Oh, no, you didn't just do that.
you see him like, oh, I surrender, but he's reaching for the crossbow that's now loaded again.
Yeah, we're pointing guns at each other. I think we're within point-blank range.
He was going to sneak attack you right off your ship. Right off your bird.
All right. Let me recalculate this with no negative. And we're in point-blank shot?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's trying to sneak attack you.
Oh, this is double, so we're actually like...
Yep. You got really close.
Oh, what are you doing?
He's pointing back down at the boat. Yeah, we're going back down to the...
Does he look human?
Oh, yeah, he looks human.
Yeah, we'll swift around a Bane for human. This retort is...
Boom.
Let me check to see if Genzorg has quick draw. He does. At 9th level, he took quick draw. So he changes his bows. Because one of his bows does 1d6 fire and 1d6 electricity on top of it. The other one is the distance bow. This is the close quarters. Yeah, this is the orcish horn bow. All right, same attack rolls.
Also
however,
bigger damage die. Yeah.
But we didn't cast Weapon of Awe on that one, so I'm going to remove that. All right, so he's getting rapide shot. This is against the captain. AC 37, AC 28.
Okay, both hit.
Does he have any resistances that I should know about?
Not against what you're throwing.
Okay, so that's another 46 damage. Rapid shot does a combined of 65 damage.
Okay, he is unconscious. I'm gonna roll to see if he found out. Saddle.
He found out.
He's got a 25% chance to stay in the saddle. He's falling out of the sky.
Okay, we will use a reaction to cast Featherfall.
Okay, the crossbow's going, and he's going. I think Featherfall can get both of them if you want.
Yeah, we'll get both of the items.
Okay.
And I don't think we like manticores.
Especially ones that aren't being controlled right now.
I don't think we have the charisma to do anything about it, so all right, we'll continue our hostile attack against the manticore.
The Manticore is not a man.
It is not a man. Yeah, we will remove that bonus.
Man is in the title of Manticore, but it does not make it a man.
This would be at 1d20 plus 22 minus 5 for editor attack. All right. Calculate sheet, make sure. Yep. All right, the Manticore gets a AC 26.
Yep.
Does it have any resistances?
Nope.
32 damage total.
Okay. It bloodies the Manticore.
Okay, we will use a grit point to do the tertiary attack as a touch attack.
Okay.
This would be at a plus 12. AC nat 20. I will roll to confirm. AC 29 to confirm.
New crit table. Whee!
Standard critical damage with 1 dent on armor or shield.
Okay, it doesn't have armor, or doesn't. Sorry, it does have armor, but so armor does get dented.
Yep. So this is
standard critical. 3 times damage
plus 45 plus it's 1 arrow, so 2d6 on the arrow does 84 lethal damage.
Okay, effectively pink mist coming out it goes in one ear and pops out one of the horn points of the skull. The body's now falling with great speed.
Yep, and then we're gonna avoid going underneath that body, but drift down to go fetch the captain in the falling crossbow.
Okay,
and yelling, "Katie!"
There's a 25% chance that the falling Manticore is going to catch the captain on the way down. Because technically the captain's still above the Manticore, because it all happens at one time.
1 on a d4.
1 on a d4. Yeah. 1. Okay, the captain's body is snagged on this Manticore and it's going down. So the captain is basically caught in the body and going to splash into the sea.
Yeah, I ran out of reactions, so we'll deal with that next round, I guess.
There's a crossbow floating out there, just falling down slowly. The captain's smashing into the sea. The captain will take, it's D3s, I think.
D3s, 10, yeah.
So it's 15 non-lethal damage as he's splashed into the sea and is pulled under, at least initially, as he's caught up on the Manticore. Okay, Genzorg. What you doing, son?
That was the end of my turn when I fired.
Sorry, his turn was falling out of the sky and being smashed into the water.
Okay, all right. So yeah,
his turn was falling and starting to drown.
I think we can do something to grab him. Give me a second.
And I'm just going to go like this, just to make. We're now in a vertical map, Marty.
Yeah.
So he's basically about yay far away, and he's under the surface of the water. He's trapped.
Okay. Grimler's going to float down towards the water and grab the crossbow. Genzorg is going to cast air bubble and dive into the water.
Okay. Genzorg is being heroic. Okay. All right. The captain's in his second round of drowning.
We will. I assumed he got snagged via like clothing or whatever, so we will quick draw a dagger and basically swim down to try to get at the captain.
Okay. Give me a
There
swim
he goes
check.
down. He dives off.
Crimlier goes, grabs a crossbow or catches a crossbow on the way down.
26 on the swim check.
Okay, yeah, you're able to navigate the open water. The Manticore and Captain Hamiez is all snaggled up.
We'll try to get the captain unstuck.
Okay, give me a CMB or an attack roll.
Let's see. My CMB is 12. My attack roll with a Masterwork Dagger would be 13. Let's do the 13. Let me check a couple of spells I got running. I still have a Divine Favor running. That's another +3. AC 25.
Yeah, you're able to cut a couple of straps on the that are like where he's caught up in the saddlebag. The Manticore body is actually rather heavy because it did have some armor on it, and it's just sinking to the bottom of the sea. But you now have Captain Hamiez.
Yeah, we'll bring him to the surface of the water, I guess, and then cast a Stabilize.
Okay, you swim up, you cast a Stabilize. Crimlier swoops down to nab you. Okay. All right. Back on the Happy Barnacle. The men on board this ship they're not fighting back. They are all their tokens are somewhat aggressive looking. They're nowhere near as aggressive as what the tokens suggest.
Yeah, I think all of our gun ports are open on one side. we have a bunch of we've got 12 cannons on one side now.
Okay.
Rose calls out, "Throw down your weapons in a pile. Know that you've been graced by the power of the 101. Is it free pirates? The 101 free pirates?
The free captains. Yeah.
101 free captains bid you adieu."
Yeah, we know the drill. They're putting out. There's a couple of like rusty muskets. There's some daggers or some axes being put out of decent quality that are being pulled out to the side. It's a smallish vessel. It does have the ability to carry cargo. It is equipped with, and this is probably the reason why they just didn't even try. Its armaments are 2 light ballista.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and they're actually both on the aft of the ship. They're not even pointed at you. They're not like they're just.
I don't even think that's worth us taking. I think we're going to take their muskets because I think those are actually worth quite a bit.
Okay.
And what cargo are you hauling today? Nay, what cargo are you transporting aboard our boat today?
Bolts of cloth, some ingots of copper, and some salt.
Okay. Might I suggest you start putting your backs into it, bringing it all above deck?
You heard the man. Step 2.
Bolts of cloth, ingots of copper, and what was the last one?
Salt.
Oh, salt. Okay.
Okay. And then they haven't mentioned anything about the Manticore. Like they don't talk about the Manticore. While they're starting to pull up and make a pile towards the aft of the ship, Ganzorig is flying back like the cat who got the cream.
If his hands weren't fucking busy right now holding onto the captain's body, he'd be waving.
This barrel of monkeys going on here with.
Yeah.
Okay, are you landing aboard the?
We'll land aboard our ship and use the captain as a hostage for good behavior.
Okay. The captain actually has a really nice jacket. He's got some jewelry.
So I've written down booty, bolts of cloth, ingots of copper, salt, and captain's gear.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's
Hey, Banta, you want to start stripping this guy?
Is it bolted down? When we unbolt it, he starts undoing the guy's belt.
Yep.
Like, oh, that's a nice belt.
Scanzoring takes a stretch and now waves to the other crew. Sorry about your manticore.
Oh, there's one dude that you see who's waving back. He's got a freshly bandaged hand where it looks like he's missing 2 fingers.
Yep.
He doesn't look like he misses the manticore. Okay.
What's your boat called?
Kiri Kiri.
The Kitty? What?
Kiri Kiri.
Oh, okay.
Kiri.
So we loot Kiri. I think as part of moving things across, Sun Wu's going to remind Banta to go scoop their boat.
Oh, of course. Just need to stretch when I'm on the other side. He's basically going to kind of scoop it in front of them. Like, he's not even going to hide the fact that he's scooping the ship.
And these are Tupungan.
Tupungan, minor noble. This is Captain Hamias. He's not really a captain. He just calls himself that. He's just a minor noble who declares himself to be captain.
I mean, if he has a boat, he's technically captain of his boat.
It's the same. It's the guy, the jackass at Jamaica who gets the boat to go fishing is captain for the day. It's his version of. It'd be knowledge, nobility, royalty, or knowledge Tupungan territory to know more about his family if you cared.
I mean, Sebastian will just think about it, but probably not share it unless it's super important. Knowledge, nobility. 36.
Okay. He's from a family that does a bunch of agricultural business, like fruits and this sort of thing, orchards. If you might be able to get 10 grand in a family ransom, but it would take a couple of months worth of work to do. And maybe they would say no. But it's it is to the level where you could theoretically ransom this guy back to his family if you wanted to do such a thing. You would be getting into the kidnapping kind of game if you're doing that, though.
What did we end up doing with the 5 dudes in our hold?
The 5. Oh, they were they were tied up. Sorry, these
prisoners from the Sendahora, the Spellblade, and the 4 guards.
They were tied. They were knocked out, tied up, and left at the dock with the illusory, the illusion of the Rosa de Senghora.
Oh, we're just tossing this guy back over to the other side of the boat. I don't think it's dawned. Sebastian, Captain, we could ransom this man back to his orchard-loving family.
There's the type of crew we are. We pirates.
He's not bolted down.
It is not explicitly declared within the code. Therefore, it is a thing with which there is a vote. Do we kidnap in normal circumstances or only in extraordinary circumstances?
I think most of the guys who are Shanghai don't want to get into that business.
Cred is fuck you. Like,
Yeah. I think the vote goes, no, we're not doing it. Sebastian thinks it's a good idea. It is money.
Yeah. So it is that it would be and then it is agreed. Kidnapping requires a section in Article 8. Justification. Give them back. Okay.
That shouldn't be against the rule, just for this particular instance. It's not convenient.
There was some pretty strong dissent. Oh, but Daedalus did not dissent that strongly.
They need to harden themselves, Captain, against the harshness of the world.
In due time, codes can be amended.
How very interesting, this code.
Live by the code. The pirate code.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Captain Jimenez is dropped back off, minus a lot of fancy clothes.
Minus his leveled gear.
Minus his leveled gear.
And then we cut a few ropes on their sails so they can't
Immediately.
They can't immediately follow us and
take a little
we cheer as we leave. So, waving goodbye.
Piracy, motherfucker. Okay.
Oh, look at you with your fancy pet. Die, fancy pet.
I would be so pissed. Show up, shoot my dog, take my couch and my TV. And then they go, they didn't kill you. It's like you. The captain did not look like John Wick. Let's put it that way. Okay. You continue on your way towards the Bone Rack Isle?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, it took one dude to stop the boat. One of our 9th level dudes were like, you.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Oh, they're flying and cannons. All right. I'm just going to move the this vessel off. And I will take the token layer. All right, you're approaching Bone Rack Isle. Do you plan? What time of day are you planning on arriving? At this point, you could slow down so it makes sure you arrive at the beginning of the day, or you're going to arrive there at
if
night.
Ahmed was here, I would confer with him, but I think we want to arrive during the day so we can see what the fuck's happening.
How about, since we're recording this, we push pause for a bio break and I grab some food and
Yep, that sounds good.